Hello, buddy. Noodle rod in action. It is crystal clear. Oh, fish on, fish on. Oh, you're joking. Look at that. Shark right there. Piles of mangroves to explore. We're in the danger zone. These things have little pincer teeth. That's goat's foot. There are crocodiles up here. Smoked him. Absolutely pumped him. Look at that shell. He just spat out a little mud skipper. That is bad, bro. This is what it's all about, my doggies. This is the greatest place on earth. Woohoo! What is going on, my doggies? Welcome back to another video. This one, bro, I'm that excited for this episode because we are in a very, very, very special place right now. We are in sort of the top end of Australia at the moment, and bro, look at this. We got the tinny. We've got a massive, massive incoming tide right now. We're just gonna do a little bit of exploring. I've never been here before. We've got fly rod, we've got noodle rod, we've got spinning rod, we've got crab nets, we've got crab hook. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick up the fly rod first up. We're just gonna run across these rocks here. This tide is just racing in. And when that comes in, those fish come in with it. We're gonna be targeting sort of Queen East Trevally on the fly rod. Once that tide fills up, then we're gonna go and explore deep in the mangrove system. But as that tide starts chugging in, we're just gonna be sight casting along the edge here, all the way up there. Have a go, man. This is absolutely ridiculous. I've just done a big drift along like the face of the opening of this river. I didn't have too much luck. The water's put, man, we're like drifting at like 6 knots, like we're flying along. It's a little bit too quick at the moment to sort of sidecast fish in that water. So we're just punching up the creek here. And what I've got in the boat, I've got a couple of drop nets and I got some disgusting, and I'm talking disgustingly smelling bait in the boat. So what I might do is, if I can find somewhere, a little hole up here somewhere, we'll drop a few crab pots in, see if we can't get a big giant crab out of here on the high tide. We're gonna tie off on this mangrove for a minute. Now, for the world's smelliest bucket of bait. Toilets. There's a story behind this bucket actually. Oh, oh bro. Look at these mullet. That is old, man. They've been in the back of the boat for over a week. Oh, you have no idea. Oh, that is bad, bro. That's gonna be good crab bait, but my lord. To be honest, I'm not even sure if the crabs are gonna wanna eat that bait, man. That bait is rancid. It's been in the back of the tinny for like a week in boiling hot conditions. There's nothing good about that bait, man. That is rank. That is one bit of crab bait done and dusted. I'm actually just gonna drop this one right here. Looks like a pretty naughty little zone. All right, bud, good luck. So I often see people in the comment sections asking why we don't use bloody crab traps in Western Australia. You're actually not allowed to use them. So we're only allowed to use these drop nets. You're not allowed to use an actual crab trap where the crabs get trapped in the net. We could just got to use these open sort of drop nets like that, which kind of sucks, but doesn't really matter. You still got a heap of crabs doing it. Obviously, my favorite way to get a crab is to walk around with a crab hook, but right now we're coming up on a crazy high tide and ain't no crab hooking at the moment. Just put the crab pots out way back there on a little finger creek, come back out into the river mouth. We're going to be drifting this little ledge, fly rod in hand. Let's see if we can't pull up a big trev or a big queenie or something. Oh, look at this, man. All right, we've got a queenie. Oh shit, nearly snapped the rod. There's a queenie around here busting up these mullet. There he is there. Queen fish on, queen fish on. Oh, he's moving quick, bro. Oh my God. It is steaming out here. Ah. All right, we've got a crab pot here. We're gonna go and pull this crab pot up. It's been about 40 minutes or something. Empty. No way. Oh, this is the third pot we're gonna pull. Standard procedure right now. That pot is empty. I don't know what's going on, man. It's got to be that bait, hey? That bait's actually so rancid that not even the crabs want it. I don't know. But it is incredibly beautiful in here. The water is like crystal clear. Check this out. It is crystal clear. I can see the bottom. I can even see that crab pot down there. It's bloody beautiful. We've got mullet sitting on the inside over there. It's incredibly good, man. It's just there's no crabs. I don't know what's happening. That's all right. We can go for a walk around when this tide drops a bit. But look at that, bro. All right, I think I'm going to hit that side of the mangrove system over there, and we're just going to sight cast fish with the electric engine while we've still got this high tide. It's going to start turning soon, and it, just like this, it is low tide. All of this here is sand and mud. This water won't be here in a little while, so let's make the most of this tide. Let's sneak around these mangroves, see if we can't sight cast a couple of fish. Oh, that deadly little spot there. Right, this is going to be sitting like right on the end of those mangroves there. If this doesn't get smoked, something's wrong with the world. Big rock bar here. It just looks so naughty, eh? Oh, it didn't take very long at all. Noodle rod in action. Look at this thing. There's a little brim for you. It's not really what we're after. See you later, bud. We're back at this mangrove, man. This mangrove holds some fish, hey? Just seen a little... Oh, fish straight away. Oh, fish straight away, man. This little mangrove here holds so many fish. Definitely not a monster, but the noodle rod, getting it done. Little trevally on the noodle rod. All right, bud, you going back? Oh my God, you're going back. Boom, gone. Oh, I'm actually gonna go rip the boat out of the water. We're just sneaking up into the mangroves here. I'm gonna pull the boat out of the water and we're gonna go on foot. By the time I put the boat on the trailer and I mess around, the tide is gonna be dead low. We're gonna get the crab hook out, we're gonna go backpack, and we're just gonna do hours of walking through these mangroves in search of a giant crab. The fishing wasn't as good as I thought. Didn't really see anything substantial or even anything big enough to cast a fly at, so we're gonna sneak in, we'll go to plan B. Look at this, mate, this is magic. Shark right there. All right, see that thing there? That's got a crab hook. See that thing there? That's got a troopy. This is how crazy it is up here. I was driving a boat over here only a couple of hours ago. Now look at that, man. The troopy is parked up. We were literally the water was like up to the tire. It was like up around here somewhere, the water. Now, it is a desert. There is not a little bit of water anywhere. We're going to put a crab hook down a couple of crab holes. This right here has got to be one of my favorite things you can do. Walk around just with a backpack and a crab hook. Nothing beats this. We're on. We are on. Welcome to the mangroves. One of the best places ever. Probably got about three and a half hours of sun. So we're gonna steam our way through this mangrove system, hopefully locking up our eyes on a monster crab somewhere. These mangroves look incredibly good, man. Sandflies are crazy. Look at this, man. There is miles and miles of mangroves to explore. I've probably walked over 10 crabs already. This is really thick sort of country. There'll be crabs in here for sure, man. We just got to find where they are. Tell you what, mate, the bloody humidity inside this mangrove forest here is incredible. It's like 100% humidity. I'm absolutely sweating bullets. That's interesting. Nothing. It's hot in here, bro. Alright, we got a crab. We got a crab and it's just sitting. It's not even in a hole. It's not doing nothing. I've just caught him in the corner of my eye. We got a crab sitting right at the back of a mangrove here. Check this out. This is easy pickings, mate. You can get this thing every day of the week. Don't even need a crab hook for this crab. Check this out. Hello, buddy. What are you doing? Having a sleep, mate? You're having a little sleep down there in the little mud crack. There's only a small crab. Oh, he's not happy, eh? You're alright, mate. You're alright. You can go away. There you go. First crab of the mission. Just down here. I'm going to let it go. It's actually a female. I'm not even going to bother her. I'm just going to let her be. You can tell it's a female. She's got a big shell, small claws, and then I just sort of flipped her over with a hook and you can see the bottom of the shell. She's a female, so we'll let her be. We'll leave her there in the mangroves. She's going to make little baby crabs and let my little daughter Misha hopefully one day eat crabs as well. So we'll let the females go. We're after that big dirty buck. That's good, man. We found a crab. She wasn't even sitting in a hole or nothing. She was just sitting on the top of a mangrove. So we just got to really keep our eyes peeled, eh? Alright, we found a pretty deadly looking crab hole here. There's going to have to be a crab in that. It's a very awkward spot. This is a ginormous crab hole, bro. I can't even get to the back of it. I've got the whole crab hook down the back of this crab hole and I can't even get to the back of it. Oh, there is probably an absolute pig of a crab in there and we ain't getting him out. That goes like 3 meters back there. That's huge. Doggies, I've picked up a little trooper. This here's Gordy. What do you reckon, big dog?
Hello.
Yeah, we're out here. I've just caught up with Gordy. He watches the videos on YouTube. Him and his dad are fishing up around the corner here. And he's just said, oh, let's go find some crabs together. So now we're on a crabbing mission. And we're struggling. Where's all the crabs at, Gordy?
Over there.
Over there, he reckons. We're doing some serious Ks. This mad dog doesn't even have any shoes on, man. We're walking over like the sharpest barnacles on planet Earth right now. He's just steaming over them. Mad dog.
Caught a big giant one yesterday. The toes was about that big, bigger than my dad's palm. And
yeah, that's the shit. That's what we need to do. This is the problem that we're having right now. These crab holes go all the way back, man. That's like a 2.5, 3 meter hole. I can't even get to the back of that crab hole. It's that deep. Gordy, what are we gonna do, mate?
I don't know.
What are we gonna do? We've got no crabs, sun's setting, and the holes that we are finding are like giant. That's like a 3 meter hole. Boom. All right, my brother.
See ya.
Take it easy. I'll catch up with you after.
Yeah.
All right, my doggies, we're going back into the mangroves because we are working extremely hard for crabs. And we haven't found one at all. So I'm going deep in there. We've got about 15, 20 minutes worth of sunlight left. Young fella's gone back to his old man. They're fishing, handline fishing up the creek there. All right, here we go. We're in the danger zone. Let's get it done. Dude, stop it. Look at that. That's incredible. We've got about another 40-minute walk back to where I've got the car parked up over there. By the time we get back there, it's going to be dark, so I'm hoping I'm going to find a crab, and if I don't, I'm going to enjoy the hell out of that sunset right there. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm not sure what it is with the crab holes around this area. There's not many of them, but when you find them, they are ginormous. They're like over a few meters deep. Empty. You're joking. We've got no fish, we've got no crabs, but does that really matter when you're in a place like this? Like, honestly, nothing else. Like, this is the best thing in the world, man. We don't have any food for the dinner tonight, and I'm just frothing out. Like, look at where we are, bro. The sky in the background over there is like purple, blue, spin around there, and you've just got this incredible hot orange, pink colors. It's the best thing in the world, mate. Dead low tide right now. This is dead low. So today when we were fishing, this is where we were fishing. We were dropping jigs on the noodle rod. That water was halfway up to those mangrove trees. Now look at me, standing in ankle deep water, mate. It's crazy. It's the best thing in the world. Tell you what, mate, this feeling that I have at the moment should be a feeling that everybody gets to experience at least once in their lives. Coming to Outback Australia, experiencing a sunset like that, the tranquility of the place. Like, all I can hear is mullet splashing in the little ponds of water, bugs, sandflies buzzing around my head, mosquitoes biting me. Dude, this is the greatest place on earth. Look at the troop dog. Troop dog's parked up there in the dirt. Doesn't get any better than this. Although we have no food, we have zero food on the deck. Happy as a pig in shit right now. Look at it. It's good. Oh, that is not a can of beer. It's a can of cold, sparkling water. And I'm telling you, it's going to taste incredibly good. Oh, it's so cold. Oh my God, it's so refreshing. That's the business right there. Oh, my doggies. Well, I guess this episode is now going to bleed into tomorrow. I'm going to sit here, I'm going to watch the rest of that sunset. I'm going to punish myself by having sardines and noodles for dinner again. And tomorrow morning we're going to get up and we're going to get a proper feed on the deck. But I mean, check that out. That's what it's all about, really, isn't it? That's incredible. Righto, I'm going to see you mob tomorrow. We're going to get a big dirty crab on the deck, maybe even a fish. I don't even know what we're doing tomorrow, but it's going to be sick. Ow! We are on. Oh my God, I just seen a massive mullet launch out of the water right in front of me here. All right, here's the game plan for the day. We've got a backpack. We've got the noodle rod on me back. We've got a fly rod here. We've We're gonna do a lot of walking on foot this morning. What have we got? We're dealing with a dead low tide. Obviously you can see this here. This is all gonna be underwater. Where I'm standing, the water's gonna be above my head in only a couple of hours. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna be walking along the edge here, sight casting, hopefully looking for fish swimming in the shallows, following a stingray or whatever. We're gonna lay a fly in front of them. All right, we've got fish right here. Oh, fish on, fish on. Oh, you're joking. That's not what we want, doggy. That is not what we want. That looked a lot different in the water. Come here, you peanut brain. Oh no, don't be silly. Oh my gosh. Welcome to the land of fly fishing. This fish right here is called a long tom. And I've got all of my fly line caught in his teeth. If you know anything about long tom, these things have little pincer teeth. And that thing has probably destroyed my fly line. What a way to start the day, bro. Oh, that wasn't actually too hard. There's a big dirty long tom on the fly rod. See you later, bud. Hey, you're going the wrong way, mate. Swim that way. Swim that way. There you go, buddy. Out do you go to sea? Go on. Back with your mates. Fish right there in shallow water, and he's got fish behind it too. What are they? Let's find out. Oh, good cast. Phenomenal cast. Oh, he's on it. Oh, we just pulled hooks on him. What are they? Very hard to tell. What's that thing? Oh, there's a shark right here. Bro, this place is alive. There's a fish out the back. Dude, there's fish everywhere. We've got 3 different options right now. Shark at my feet, another fish up there, and a fish out the back there. We're going for the one out the back. Basta! Basta! Bro, there are so many fish out here. Like, it's incredible. Just then I had a shark at my feet, I had a school of fish out the back, and I had another school of fish coming down with the current. And obviously I blew it. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get out the noodle rod. I'm gonna put the fly rod away for a minute, because what's happening is we've got a big storm coming over here from the north, and it's just bringing cloud over. If you guys have ever done sight fishing before, as soon as it gets cloudy, it just goes to pus. So we've got the noodle rod out. That's what we're going to do. I'm going to change lures on the noodle rod, and we're going to give the noodle rod a flogging. Some of the best fun you can have with your pants on is about to start. All right, we've got a big shark up here. He's a big boy, and he's probably going to have fish hanging around him. So if I can, from here, see if we can get the noodle rod out there. Sa! Ba! Ah! Boo! Boo! Baka! Pa! Poo! We're walking for a bloody long way. We haven't seen a fish for a while. Haven't even had a bump on the noodle rod. Very strange. Very strange. I think we might have found ourselves a little bit of treasure. That's pretty sick. I want to take that home. That is a big old boy. Put that in the troop, dog. That thing's huge, bro. Take that home, hang him off the veranda. Big salty dog. Look at these little crazy crabs. These little crazy crabs here are having a feast on this dead bird. Look at these ones here. Dig in, boys, dig in. I wonder what happened to that bird. Look at the size of that crazy crab, it's tiny. This reminds me so much of the days back in Indonesia when I was living over there. This is exactly the same. Like, all this rubbish washed up, there's goat's foot all over the ground. Like, you can eat this flower here. That's goat's foot. You can eat him. Exactly the same as Indo. The only difference here is we're in Australia and the beaches are pristine. There is no rubbish, no thongs, no nothing. Can't even do a cheeky little thong upgrade. Alright, dude, I've got no idea what's going on out here, but we are struggling, and I'm talking struggling to get any form of food on the deck. So I think what I'm going to do now, that tide is pushed right up, we're sitting at a high tide. I just fished, by the way, I just fished the full incoming tide, like 4 to 5 hours of fishing flat stick with a noodle rod. All we got was a long tom on the fly rod. That's disgusting. So it's like midday now. It is boiling hot. It's fully blown high tide. So I'm just gonna sit back, relax. I'm just gonna swim and just put my feet up and do nothing for a little while. Nay, not really. What we're doing? We're doing this. Bow and arrow. We've got an arrow. We've got a bow. We're gonna go slide some arrows through a couple of fish. It's just gone high tide. Should be very, very good walking along this massive mangrove system. Again, we've got the whole outgoing tide now, so let's stop talking shit. Let's get into it. Bow and arrow is coming out to play. We're putting food around the table. That is what we're doing. Let's go. Seriously, how many different forms of fishing are we gonna have to do before we can get something to eat up this afternoon? Like, I'm just about out of options. We've just about tried everything. Crab hook, crab pots, noodle rod, fly rod. Now we're down to a bow and arrow. Let's see if we can't land an arrow through a fish. Mullet. He doesn't even know I'm here. He doesn't even know we're here yet. Diamond scale mullet. He's a diamond scale. He's coming around the back of this bush now. Where did he go? He's just gone out the back there. Come on, you big dogs. All right, we've got 2 mullet. I think they're whiting. They're huge. This is going to be a very hard shot. Let's just give it a crack. Ah, yeah, they're diamond scale mullet. Ah, yay. They're the first mullet I've seen in about 10 minutes of walking around. It's very strange. Oh man, that's a pig of a mullet right there, bro. He is an absolute pig. This is going to be a hard shot. He's coming back. Is he coming back? He's coming back. Oh, shalalash. He was a good mullet, man. We just missed him by a whisker. I think I was aiming down a little bit too far. Probably wouldn't want to go walking around that dirty water there. There are crocodiles up here, and I don't feel like dying today. So we're not going to go into that dirty water. As long as you're in that clear water, you're pretty safe. But bro, this tide's starting to turn. Water's draining out. All right, we've got a mullet up here. He's feeding on the surface. Smoked him. Absolutely pumped him, bro. Perfect shot. Couldn't ask for better. Look at that thing. That's gorgeous. That's the first bit of food we've got for a long time. He's going straight in my pocket. Here's a good one. He's not a good one, he's quite small, but man, it's food and these things taste delicious. That's a good tasting mullet. All right, let's put him to sleep. Oh my God, I hit it. I actually hit that fish just then. Little shark right there. Oh, you'd be a delicious flake around a fire later on, bud. But we're not here for sharks. We're here for some juicy mullet. Maybe even a big mangrove jack sitting in here somewhere. Oh, that's so close. Ah, it's a shovel nose. Oh my God. Whoa, bro. There's a massive sea snake just swam through there under that mangrove, like a massive sea snake. That's the first sea snake I've seen since I've been here, actually. He was a big dog, man. He just come across there, seen me, and just boosted into that thick mangrove there. He was a big dog, man. Alright. We're up in a mangrove. Let's just zip our lips. We'll sit up in this tree for a bit. See if we can't slide an arrow through an absolute slob. That little thing in my pocket there, that's not a lot of food. Oh my God, doggies! I always get like uber excited when I come to places that I've never ever been before. And this is one of them. Never been here before. This creek looks naughty, like as if there's not going to be mud crabs in here. But we're not here to mud crab. I want to get a fish on a fly rod. I want to see if I can pull like maybe a mangrove jack out of the rocks. Oh my God. Putting a set of socks on. The reason that I wear socks out here is because it covers up your ankles and your feet, because the sand flies are brutal. If you guys want to get your socks, get your fishing jerseys, get your hats, fieldayshop.com. Go and check it out. There's a link in the description, or just bust in fieldayshop.com. It'll take you to the online shop. Also get your coffee, get all the good stuff over there. All right, doggies, look, this is what we're going to be using. It's the fly rod. We're going fishing. There's an old hand line with no line left on it. That's a good sign. That means there's big slobs around. We'll leave that there. We'll throw it in the bin on the way back. Look at that fella. G'day, buddy. There's a crazy crab. He's probably got one of the most beautiful homes. Ah, he just pinched me. He's probably got one of the most beautiful homes in the world. Look at that shell. That is an epic shell, man. I'd live in that. Hey, bud. All right, we've got some fish to catch. You keep moving, bus. Here we go, doggies. Dead low tide, not much water. Just gonna fire blind cast the whole way down this creek, and I'm just gonna walk all the way to the mouth. Well, that's a fish. We've definitely got fish on, but I'm not gonna call it a bloody, I don't think it's an upgrade, but we've got fish. It's about the 5th cast. Little trevally. If we can get one twice the size of that, I'll be happy. And this is pretty interesting. Look at this. This is what that little trevally just spat out of his stomach. He just spat out a little mud skipper, and this fly that I'm throwing is identical size. Look at that. It's exactly the same size as the mud skipper. So we're matching the bait. This bloody fly's falling apart. Thanks to that long tom this morning. We'll throw that bait back in the water. All right, we've got a little trevally. That's not a bad start. I'll eat a trevally. Surely we're gonna get a fish in here, man. If I put a bit of bait on, I'd get a fish for sure. But I'm not gonna be a dirty bait fisherman. We're not using bait. That's the easy way out. We're not gonna be a dirty little bait fisherman. It's not happening. Hey, now this is living. What we got going on is we've got a beautiful little fire. I've just loaded that thing up with wood. We're gonna get a nice little bed of coals happening there. We've got a tiny little bit of sunlight left. Troop dog is parked up, and you and me, we're gonna run down here with a Leatherman, because just at, like, I don't know, 100 meters down here, there's a couple of rocks, and I want to see if there's a little bit of a starter, a little bit of deliciousness on the rocks. So we're gonna run down here and have a quick look. But look at this shit, dude. This is what it's all about, my doggies. This is living. Ow! You're joking. You're actually kidding me. So the reason why we just ran down to this big patch of rocks like an idiot, in hopes of finding big, dirty, delicious oysters. It looks really promising. I even brought a lemon with me, but there's not even any oysters here, man. The last 2 days has been an absolute grind trying to find food. Like, there's no oysters at all. Where are we? There's actually none. Oh, there's periwinkles here, man. Periwinkle? Periwinkle? Periwinkle, periwinkle. I'm actually going to name the title of this video Survival Challenge, because this is just ridiculous. We're eating a handful of snails and a bloody 20-centimeter mullet for dinner. What an amazing place to do it in, but Well, it's safe to say that we're not going to have a massive meal around the fire, but look, that right there is a diamond scale mullet. Very, very, very good eating fish if you get them 5 times bigger, which they grow. These things grow big, man. So we've got a mullet. We've got a little camp oven or a little billy down here full of snails. This mullet is just going to go straight on the coals like that. Nothing fancy. Best way to cook fish sometimes. Scales on, guts in. The guts actually keep moisture in the fish, so it just boils in its own juices. Beautiful. A couple of snails down here. That's water starting to bubble. Hella views. Well, we didn't really get to set the hook in any big fish in this episode, which is unfortunate because I thought we would have got some absolute pigs considering the area that we're in, but very, very interesting. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. It's not about catching fish, it's about the bloody journey. And I absolutely love doing this kind of thing. This sunset is just gonna turn it on. In the next 5 minutes, we're gonna have probably one of the most incredible sunsets. We're gonna be eating little mullet, a couple of snails around a fire. Dude, it doesn't get any better than this. It's not all about catching fish. Here we go, snails are boiling, which means snails are done. So we're gonna take the snails off. I've just given this mullet another 1 second on a high heat, just to give it that little bit more crunch. We'll put him over the hot heat for 2 seconds. He's gonna be done. It's in perfect timing because, look at that. That's delicious. All right. You know when the fish is cooked to perfection, when the head falls off like that. This head is gonna get destroyed by crazy crabs. Look at him, man, he's coming straight for it. There, he knows there's fish coming. All right, we've got a beautiful bit of mullet here. Couple of snails in a billy. And I've just watched, oh, we're watching the very end of the sunset for the day. Look at that. It's just about to melt away. We're watching the sunset together, doggies. That's incredible, mate. Ah, it's so hot. Ow, ow, ow. Oh yeah, it's delicious white meat. Look at that. Look at this. Stick a knife in him. Pull him out like this. Oh, there's a slippery little suckers. Pull him out like this. That's what we're gonna be eating. That little slob there. They're actually pretty good. If you ever get a chance and you see periwinkles down the beach, jump on them, just boil them up in salt water, and that there is what you eat. A little bit of meat. You just stuck out in the bush, they'd go a treat. Look at that. White as it gets, diamond scale mullet meat. Oh, bro, wait. Lemon. Look at a lemon. I'm gonna dribble that lemon all over that fish. Look at that. It's actually hell good. Yeah, this is mad. This is living. I'm actually gonna put a lemon on a periwinkle. Periwinkle. A little bit of lemon. Oh, dude, lemon makes everything good. All right, my doggies, I'm gonna flip that fish over, eat the other side, finish off my little billy of snails, and that is it from this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. That was actually a grind. We are in an incredible part of the world right now. Everyone tells me that this place is one of the best fishing places on earth. Well, we didn't get to experience that, but I had a hell of a time, and that's what it's all about. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to get your merch, fielddayshop.com. There is a link in the description of the video. Go check it out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to see you guys next week in next week's adventure. All right, my doggies. Hey, honestly, doesn't get any better than this. This is where it's at. All right, I bloody love yous. I'll see you next week. Alright. Look at where we are, dude. It's f***ing incredible, eh? This living. Oh! Look at that, mate. Destroyed. I sucked every little bit of fish off that bone like a cat. It was delicious. Is that lens clean? Yeah, it's clean. Serious question. Where's all the crabs? This is crazy, man. Where's all the fish gone? Where are all the fish? Sake, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. We've got one mullet in the fridge right now. Stop saying right now, you dead.